Copilot Studio Component Collections and Testing Scalability Options. My name is David Warner. I am with Warner Digital and Quisitive, MVP, all the stuff. Follow me on YouTube. I would love to get involved. Okay, so let's talk about our agenda for this demo. We are going to talk about the problems that collections solve. We're going to have a quick review on this for some that maybe are not aware of it. We'll do that quickly. There was another video, but we're going to cover it here as well, so don't worry about that. We're going to talk about its comparison to like SPFX, Power Apps, and Copilot, review the collections. We're going to see testing collections, testing agents in collections, because it is possible, and maybe it's just kind of hidden. You didn't know it was there. And then we're going to talk about some scalability options for these collections, because there may be some unknown ways in which you can architect it that is pretty cool, right? So hopefully we'll be uninterrupted here, and let's get. Oh my goodness! Hold on. Sorry, so sorry, everybody. Hold on. Yep. Hey, boss man, what's up? Yeah, I'm doing the demo on the community call. Yep. Yeah. I know. We're talking about component collections like you've been using lately. Everything going okay there? Yeah, I know you're a member of the community too, and I don't know if everybody agrees that you're the most important member of the community, but look, I understand your problem. Let me chat with the community. We're going to figure this out together. We're going to see what we can do, okay? So don't worry. We'll get back to you. Give me a call back in just a few minutes, and we'll see what you got. And why are you wearing a helmet? What's going on here? You were being mistaken for Tom Cruise, so you're trying to protect your identity. Gotcha. I don't believe that at all. Okay, look, just get back to me soon, okay? All right, sorry about that, everybody. Okay, so here's the problem that the boss man is talking about. Overall, here are some things that we're going to be thinking about. One, component collections allow you to solve the problem of rebuilding the same logic across all of your agents. So when you get into it and you start creating agents, say, for example, you create an HR agent, and you've got a topic, something simple that is like a contact topic. Hey, I need follow-up. Please give me some information, get someone to get back to me. Then guess what? You create the same thing in an IT agent. Oh, and then by the way, finance agent needs the exact same thing. So what is it that component collections solve? What is a Copilot Studio component collection? It essentially is a reusable package of Copilot components shared across agents, right? That's a fancy way of saying that. Sounds pretty cool. Now you may be thinking, hey, David, I have worked with components in the past, like SPFX component libraries or library components, as well as component libraries and Power Apps. Is it the same thing? And the answer is ish, right? Kind of. So if you're familiar with those things, let's just set the context. With an SPFX library component, you build a library component, right? And then your web part or your extension or whatever other SPFX solution you create inherits that library component and is able to harness the power that was defined inside the library component. Well, if you're a Power App person, then you create a component library. You build some functionality into that, you import it into your Power App, and you take advantage of it, right? Well, it's a little different inside of Copilot Studio because what you have to do is you create the agent first. So you start with creating your agent, you create your tools, your topics, whatever it is that you're going to take advantage of, and then you create a component collection which will then import your topic, right? So it's a little bit of a chicken versus egg kind of thing, which came first, right? And so it feels a little bit backwards when you start building, but don't worry, we're going to demystify it. So how do component collections work fundamentally then? You've got, say, for example, our HR agent. So you're going to go in, you're going to build that topic or some other entity. Then you're going to create your component collection, and you are going to then include or add your various agents to that component collection. Okay, so let's just see a quick review of that, just so if you're not familiar, you've got context to exactly how that works. So I'm going to come over here. I'm in Copilot Studio. Now let me come into my agents, and we're going to start with, I've got 3 of them, right? So we got 3 that we're going to look at today. The first one is our HR agent. So in our HR agent, I've already got this connected to a component collection just for purposes of time. So if I come over to topics, we can see I've got a follow-up topic here available to us. And I've got this little icon. This little icon here is essentially saying this component is coming from a component collection, right? So I could click on that, and there's a variety of other ways that you can get to your components, but by clicking on that icon, it takes me directly to my component collection, which is part of the Boss Man toolkit, right? So this is where we can take advantage of seeing a component. My follow-up topic has already been added. Now you can also access your components here, right? You can do that here, no problem. You can access it. These are all just variety of ways. Microsoft gives us half a dozen ways to accomplish any one thing, right? No problem, perfectly okay. I could get back to my agent by clicking on this link right here. Fun fact, hold down the control button, it'll open up in a new tab so you can take advantage of it. So now, for example, if I wanted to add my IT agent, so if I go back to agents, come into IT agent, go to topics, then we'll see that there is no follow-up, right? I've got no follow-up topic here. So I'd like to add it. Another way I can get back to my component collections is by going to settings inside of an agent, go to component collections, and then I can see that this particular agent, it does not utilize any component collection yet, but there are two available, right? One that's out of the box and then the Boss Man Toolkit. So I can click on that. And now if I want to add the IT agent to make that topic available, I just simply click Add Agent here, and then I've got my choices of agents. So I'm going to click IT agent, I'm going to click Add. And once I've done that, because the follow-up topic is already part of the component collection, I don't even need to add it to the agent. The IT agent just automatically gets added in, no problem. And now if I were to control click on this link here, it'll take me into, on that tab of my browser, that agent. I can come into topics, and now we see the follow-up agent is automatically added. No problem, right? Perfect, super easy, cool. Okay, cool. So if I wanted to, I could come back into my component collection, and if I needed to add from an agent, say for example, we're going to do this in a minute, I've got the HR agent, and part of that HR agent is a trip planner topic. We're going to use that as part of our independent collection here in a moment. I could add that. That's how you would add another piece to this component collection, and it would then be owned by the component collection. But here I am inside of this component collection, right? So now let's say I want to do some testing on that. Well, testing within the component collection is possible. You don't have to go to each agent. You can toggle between the agents in the component collection experience. It's just not necessarily super self-explanatory. It's kind of hidden where we normally look, but it's got some added benefit to it. So if I come up here and click on test, the cool thing is I've got drop downs here that are available to me, right? So now I can select an agent, I can select which agent. And so for example, in the IT agent, if I wanted to test that, I could say, I need some follow-up help. Now that topic is going to then go in and it's going to ask me, well, what's your name? It's going to ask me a bunch of other things, right? So I see it's working there. That's great. Now, I've also inside of my HR agent, as I mentioned, I'll go back over there and I'll look at the topics. I also have a trip planner, trip planner topic that helps me plan trips, right? So if I come back over here and the trip would say, hey, I need help planning a trip. Now I'm on the IT agent, so I need help planning the trip, right? Planning. If I could type, it would be planning. Right, there we go. Now, it's not necessarily going to give me that topic because why? I'm not on that agent, right? So this is contextually aware. It's not like it's coupling all the agents together, right? So it's just giving me general knowledge here, which is perfectly fine. But if I come back over to the HR agent now, switch over to that, and I go, okay, I need someone to follow up with me. It's going to ask me my name because it's using that follow-up topic. There we go. And I'm going to refresh this. And then I'm also going to say, I need to plan a trip. And now it's not going to give me in the general knowledge. You notice it's starting to say, hey, when do you need to travel? And I know that that's part of my topic, right? If I go back over here and look at my trip planner, I can see that the first iteration is when do you need to travel? So it's a quick and easy way for us to do testing within our variety of agents directly within the collection that we have all those agents part of, and it will respect each individual agent's entities. This trip planner is not part of our component collection, right? But it is part of the agents. So the testing takes advantage of that. Okay, so now let's come back into and let's talk about some scalability options, right? Scalability opportunities, because there was a question asked in the past on, hey, when I actually go in and add my agents and add my components from one or more agents, what happens if I remove all of the agents from the collection? Do those components remain in the collection? And then does that make that component collection sort of an independent component collection, right? So let's go take a look and see what that looks like very quickly. I'm going to use this trip planner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over to my component collections, and I'm going to create a new collection. Now, these get stored in solutions. I've already got a components collection solution, and I'm just going to say components toolkit. All right, this is gonna be something I give out without agents, right? So what I want to do is I want to create like this independent component collection of things that could be consistent, or a good starter, right? What are some scenarios for that? It would be a good starter. So I'm going to hit finish here really quickly. And when that finishes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the HR agent. So as soon as this gets done, should take only a second. There we go. No connected agents. I'm going to add in the HR agent. Hit add, and then I am going to add from an agent. So we know the HR agent has the trip planner, right? So if I go right there, I can see it right there, right? Trip planner, right? So there we go. I'm going to say next. I'm going to select all this, say add to collection, and now it's going to add that item, or that topic here is now connected to my collection. And if I were to control click on agent here on my HR agent, go over here and look at the trip planner, we now see when I go into topics that that trip planner is now connected to that particular collection, right? Now it doesn't say here which collection it is. I could click on it, and of course we know that it is part of our components toolkit, which is great. So now what I'm going to do is, now that that's associated to that, I am going to disconnect this agent from it. Now you would think, well, wait a second, will that remove the topic? No, because the topic is associated to our collection. So I'm going to say disconnect from agent. And now what I have is I have essentially my topic living inside of only my component collection. If I come back over here, in fact, you just saw it happen when I came back over to my HR agent, the trip planner topic just disappeared because it is part of the collection, and this HR agent is not part of that collection. Right? So now that means it's an independent collection, and those topics and whatever I want to add to them, I could distribute it as maybe a starter kit for people. Maybe it's not going to create it as this central where all agents are connected to, but maybe I want to provide it as like a starter kit to folks. Okay. And so just to real quickly show that, remember I had an IT agent. So if I come back here, I go just show you, excuse me, sorry, trip planner agent. There we go. Travel agent. I love it. Topics, right? It is not part of that. But if I come in here and say add agent, and I say travel agent and add, again, I don't even need to add it to the agent. Just simply by adding the agent to my collection, it will make that planner, that trip planner topic now available. And if I come back over here, there you go, asynchronously just showed up for me. I'm on the travel agent and it is available, right? So super cool stuff. Take advantage of it. Really a lot more features. I'll be back soon. And let's move on and close out okay, yeah, all right, sorry, boss man is calling back. Hey, boss man, so okay, we figured it out, right? I'm glad it worked out for you. Everything looking good here for you to utilize it in the ways that we've defined it? Yes, I'm so glad you're happy. No, I'm not going to tell people I've never seen you and Tom Cruise in the same room at the same time. So it's possible that you played Maverick in Top Gun. Come on. All right, look, I got to go, buddy. Okay, so what's next, everybody, for component collections on some future calls? We're making a little series out of this. We're going to talk about component dependencies. There's a feature called primary agents. Now, it's also good to understand that collections are possessive. They are very, very selfish. And so we're going to see how you can use them across multiple agents, although individual components are very, very possessive to the agent. Now, you can also learn more about these component collections at aka.ms/cpscc, and we'll put the links in the chat for everybody. All right.